Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you my day 3 selections for Royal Ascot. I should say that I am recording this the day before at 7 a.m. in the morning. I just didn't have time to make this video any later today, so yeah, that's why it's being done earlier than usual, but hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow. I'm not going to be tipping in every race tomorrow. I'm only going to be putting 5 selections up. I didn't fancy anything in the last couple of races, but still, hopefully we can have a good day. So let's get into it then. The first race we're going to look at is the Norfolk. It's a 2:30, and I quite like the chances here of Balkeel for Jan Mitchell and Andrew Bolden. Currently available at 10 to 1 with SkyBet. They're not offering any extra places in this race, but I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection. Now, Balkeel, I was very impressed by the way he won over this course and distance on debut. He was pretty weak in the betting, but the way that he powered clear and the way that he travelled into the race, I was very, very impressed. So he achieved an RPR of 94 for his debut effort. The form maybe hasn't worked out that well, but he couldn't have done any more than what he did, and he looked very, very impressive. He's a very big, imposing horse, and I think there's going to be a lot more to come from him, and I'm quite excited about him in this race. I think he's a little bit of a too big a price here. Andrew Bolden has already started the Royal meeting well, and I think Balkeel, definitely can outrun his odds, and I think he'll be there or thereabouts in the Norfolk. So yeah, he's going to be my first selection of the day. We then go to the King George V Stakes, the 305, and I quite like the chances here of the William Haggas trained post Impressionist for, like I say, William Haggas and Daniel Tudhope. Currently available at 8 on SkyBet, who are offering 7 places on this race. I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection. Now, this horse will be making his handicap debut tomorrow off a mark of 89, but I think there could be a lot of potential with this horse. Now, last time we saw him, he bumped into a horse called Alderoff, who's actually the favourite for the Queen's Vase today. If he was to go and win, then I think the price could collapse with post Impressionist. But they were both carrying a penalty in that race at Newcastle, and both were, I think, very impressive. And even though, yes, Post Impressionist did finish second, he still ran a good race. The form's already working out okay because the third place Honiton came out and won at Sandown last weekend, and some of the others in behind have done okay since. So I think there is quite a bit of substance to that form. Daniel Tudhope isn't a negative jockey booking at all. He's already ridden him earlier in the season when he won at Ayr, so that won't bother me. He's still 13, that's not too bad. Actually being wide in this handicap isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. I think off a mark of 89, there could definitely be a bit more to come from him. And with the 7 places on offer, I think 8 to 1, that's a fair each way price, and he might just be good enough on the day. So yeah, that's going to be my selection there. And then go to the 340, the Ribblesdale. Obviously, this has cut up after it was confirmed Emily Upjohn wouldn't be taking a chance, and therefore I don't think it's particularly the strongest race in the world. But I'm quite keen on the chances here of Mukaddamah for Jim Crowley and Roger Varian in the colours of the Shabwell Racing. Available at 8 to 1. I'm going to recommend a 1 point win bet here. I thought she was a little bit of a big price. I've been quite impressed with her so far. I liked her debut effort at Ascot when she finished second. And last time we saw her, she ran a good race at Newbury in a listed event behind Nashwa and Stay Well. That form's already been advertised. Nashwa ran a good race in the Oaks to finish third, and Stay Well went on to win another listed race at Newbury. So there's some good form there. I didn't think 8 to 1. I didn't think the 8 to 1 represented a chance. I think I would make her more of around about 5 to 1 chance. I think she could easily appreciate the step up in trip. She was staying on at the end. She's bred for a little bit further as well, so it shouldn't be an issue. I think there could be a bit more to come. The record do well with these kind of the yard do quite well with these kind of fillies, and for me, she's one of my more stronger bets of the day, and that's why she's going to be my next best. We then go to the 420, the Gold Cup, the big race arguably for some this week. My nap is going to be running in here, and that's Stradivarius. Currently 9 to 4. I know he's not the most original selection I'm ever going to put up for Frankie Dettori and Jonathan Thady Gosden. But this horse, I can't say enough about him really. He's going for his 4th win in the race. He's won it 3 times in the past. His return at York was very good, I thought, last time. I was actually there at York on the day doing some social media work. And it was just a great reception from the crowd there. And he just looked like his old self. And to be fair, like I said, I think it was a good run at York. He beat Thunderous quite well. who no mug. He'd actually been running in some decent races. He finished second at Chester behind Hamish under us the time before. So I think that was a good look to that form. And he's going to have his conditions tomorrow, Stradivarius. I think that's the key to him. Obviously, the quicker ground will really suit. And I'd rather be on him at 9-4 than the 11-8 about Kyprios. On day one, Aidan O'Brien did draw a blank, and there was a few question marks about his yard coming into the week. So that would put me off him, and he's got to prove his extra stamina at the trip. So for me, Stradivarius, I think this is a winnable Gold Cup. There's no Trushan, there's no Scope, there's no Subjectivist from last year. I don't think it's as particularly strong as what it looked like at one stage. So if he's ever going to do it, I think it will be tomorrow, Stradivarius. And at 9-4, I'm hoping that he can complete the fairy tale there, and he's not a bad price in my opinion. So yeah, he's going to be my selection in the Gold Cup. And then we go to the Britannia Stakes, the 5 o'clock, and I'm going to go with my long shot of the day here, Bolthole for Jamie Spencer and Michael Bale in the Constitution Hill colours of Michael Buckley. This horse is 20-1 with Unibet, offering 5 places. At the time recording, most firms were paying only 4 places. There were a couple paying 5, and this was the best price with those 5 places. There could be more, I think, once the bookmakers work it out with their extra places. I'm surprised a few others like SkyBet and that one paying at least 6, because there's over 30 runners in this race. But Bolthole for Jamie Spencer and Michael Bell, I do think he's got a good chance. Dropping back down in trip tomorrow to a mile, which I think will suit him. I just don't think even though he did win last time out, I just think he doesn't quite stay over 10 furlongs, and I think he'd be better over a strongly run mile. The Connections do have a good record in this race. It's going to be no secret that he's going to be held up. I could see him travelling there in the hands of Jamie Spencer. And yeah, I think there could be a bit more to come. He's got a marker 90. He's a horse actually that's been on my radar a couple of times this season already. And yeah, 20-1. I don't think he's a bad price there. And I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection. I think he'll be doing his best work late on, and I think he'll be there or thereabouts. So yeah, he's going to be my selection in the Britannia. So they're the thoughts then for day 3. Let me know in the comments box below what you fancy for day 3 at Royal Ascot. Also, as well, if you're enjoying the videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to the YouTube channel at LuckyLoaders15. You can follow me on socials as well, Twitter and Insta, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you again soon.